What's up, Survivor Nation? Welcome to the Overkill Underground, and here we are again, Survivor review time. I'm not even sure what episode this is. We're what, 9 or 10 deep?
We're deep.
We're deep
in it.
We're deep.
30,
Yes.
30,
And of
31
course,
days.
let me first here introduce.
Yes.
Yes, the doctors.
The
doctors,
doctor.
the professors are in.
Yes.
Professor Lance.
I'm feeling soft
How
today.
are you?
Yeah. Oh,
Soft.
yeah, you're a softy.
Feeling soft.
Dr. Doug.
Oh, what's
In the
up,
house?
Survivor Nation? Yeah, I'm taking
Survivor
notes today.
Nation.
I'm taking notes. Yeah, what's up,
In the
Survivor
house.
Nation? Yeah.
How can you not be
Go
be
ahead.
soft when you have family week on Survivor?
Oh, gosh.
Right?
Jeez, oh,
That's
man.
it.
Freaking
Right. So,
bunch of
yeah, I mean,
criers.
My eyes still hurt because they were tearing
you're
up
crying
so much
Yeah.
during the show.
I hear you.
What is it? Hogwash.
Sniffling, all
Yeah,
that shit.
the crying. You never want to win that challenge. The challenge, you never want to win it.
Never.
Because Jeff pulls out, choose one more person, and you choose the person.
Bad idea.
And then he goes, choose one more person. And then you choose the person. And
Right.
he goes, wait a
Right.
second. We're going to have you choose one more person. And you choose one more. So you just piss off half the tribe.
Oh, you dig
half the
deep.
tribe is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never want to win it. Seabass didn't know what he was doing. Just lose that one, throw it away. You're going to see them loved ones in 10 days. Get over it. If you're lucky in 10 days. And then just get over it. Send them home. You might as well not have come out here. I'm going to take.
I'm gonna
Well,
blow
the
it.
toss-up,
Yeah.
the toss-up was Wendell. I mean, really, he decided to go ahead and head out to Ghost Island
Yeah.
after family time. So
Mm-hmm.
not only is family time kind of a waste of time, especially if you're Sebastian, because now you just split the boys and the girls. I mean, that's the obvious point that we see really happening. And then on top of that, Wendell decides, you know what? I'll paint a target on my back. I'm going to go out to Ghost Island. Everybody's going to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to head out for the advantage.
Sure. Looking for the main prize.
And
Eye on the
there's
prize.
and
Right.
there's Kellen going. I could be spending
Yeah.
time with my brother
Yeah,
right
she's thinking about
And
that
she's
when
pissed.
Wendell's
Yeah.
thinking about the money.
Pissed.
You know,
he's not even spending time with his dad. I could be
Right.
spending time with my brother.
right?
What a
She's
waste.
so not
What
a
a
player.
waste.
No. Yeah.
She got pissed.
Right.
And hey, I don't blame her. And you know what? She was on board with trying to backstab Wendell, and I thought that was the play. That
Right.
was the
So
play.
right. So
Yeah.
out of the three people that Sebastian picked with Dominic,
It's a
Wendell,
boys' club. Yeah.
and Donathan,
Right.
Donathan was the big swing vote within that group, and I think we kind of knew that right at the beginning.
Yeah. Dom
mean,
thought he
kind
was on board full go though.
Sure,
You know, everybody thought.
Well,
Yeah, no, right.
Sebastian's just kind of a doofus, isn't he? I
Well,
mean, at this point,
little
he's
bit.
the guy you want
A
to take
little
all the
bit.
way to
Well,
the end.
he would have starred in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure
Yeah.
for sure.
He's the guy you want to take to the end with you.
Mhm,
If you're
mhm.
Donathan, I
Yeah.
want to stick with this guy and get rid of these two other guys.
May I interrupt? I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but
Oh, sure. It's your show,
Bill
Charlie.
and Ted. Bill and Ted. Is there a new one coming out?
Yeah,
Is this-
I think there.
Is this true?
You're fucking
Yeah,
kidding
there
me.
is another one coming out.
kidding
I
me.
think I heard about. No,
Yeah.
I think there's a brand new Bill and Ted coming out.
Yeah, I think they have a phone booth.
Resurrecting Bill's career, I see.
Well, yeah. Ted's
Something like that. Right.
resurrecting Ted's at this point
Something.
too.
Well, the-
Yeah,
Ted's done just fine for
I think the
himself.
medieval babes are going to make a you know,
Whoa,
yeah.
That could be.
Yeah.
That
Something
could
is
be.
amiss at
Right.
the Circle K.
whoa.
Yeah.
No, I hear you exactly. Right.
It's
think-
Count Dracula, Dracula.
What's
Whoa.
gonna happen?
Which one's that from?
You never saw Dracula? With
No,
Gary
we're
Oldman?
talking Bill and Ted. But the fact of the matter is,
Ted. I thought we
think-
were talking about
I just-
Ted.
I just thought I heard
That was
there
my-
was.
I
Keanu
did say
Reeves.
something about Bill and
But-
Ted, but Seabass would have starred in that movie.
I digress. We'll get back into Survivor here.
I thought we were
Okay.
talking about Keanu
Enough
Reeves.
digressing.
How about Wendell's advantage that he actually did get
Yeah,
through getting
the
to
curse.
Ghost Island? So yeah, I mean he picks up Malcolm's old curse
Mm-hmm.
at having the opportunity at the advantage of basically what is the immunity challenge.
Holding up
Holding
the
the stick.
marble on the
Which
rod.
was this immunity challenge.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct. You're
was
balancing
the
a ball
same.
on a bunch of sticks. Correct. So
Piece of bamboo, little pieces of bamboo that you're holding.
Yeah,
Taut.
and Lance, you were saying like he's going to be cursed. Or maybe it was
Well-
Charlie. He was going to be cursed again. I mean, it might be a curse of mind,
Well,
F,
once-
if you will. You
Listen,
Sure.
once,
getting
once
that
you
extra
drop
shot.
it, he dropped it.
Yeah.
Jeff says, "Hold on, hold
Yeah,
on."
yeah.
everybody
put-
else, right?
Yeah. Wait a second. Shouldn't they all have to?
No,
last
I
it
agree
out?
with that. Drop it down, because
it's
Wendell
really
could have
not an
taken his sweet
advantage,
ass
is it?
time. No, Wendell could have taken his sweet ass time. It is an advantage because you can screw up once. You can screw up.
Not really, because he was the
It-
next one out again.
Yeah, well, that's what it's a curse. It's a curse, and if Malcolm couldn't do it,
Here's
then what does Wendell think? He
Right,
can do?
and I
You're
think the
right.
real curse kind of boils. I mean, it looked to me like he had also an advantage of practicing
He did.
and playing
Yeah,
the game.
yeah.
So when you say, yeah, I would agree with you 100%. It's a mental challenge that you're kind of breaking through when you're looking at this curse. Obviously, Wendell kind of had it played out, that he just wasn't gonna win. I mean, I
Right.
don't know
Once
that
you drop it once, you're going to drop it again.
right. The first
Sure, that's
drop
why I think
kinda-
it's a curse.
Kind of puts you on it, right?
That's why it's a definite
Yeah.
curse. It's more of
Yeah.
a mind F than if you were Dom just holding it still and you only know you got one shot.
Yep.
Mm.
You know, so
Totally.
and then to
Totally.
practice might even mess you up even more. I mean, he might have practiced a little bit,
Sure.
but he only had that one little rod, and he was just practicing like 5 inches or something. Like 5 inches or something.
to
But
that effect, right?
you know what he had. But
I can't
still.
even see your face, Doofus.
My
there
face?
you go. There you go.
What's wrong with
now
my
I
face?
see your pretty face.
You're my pretty face. What's the matter with you?
I'm looking at the
What's
covers
the
and I
matter-
can't even see you. All
What
I
is
see
the
is
matter
a,
with you?
What? It's
All I
always
see
been
is-
like this. The
all
mic's
I see
always
is
been
a
right here.
Hat, and
People
a
don't.
microphone.
People don't care about seeing my face. Someone hear about Survivor, not about my face.
Okay.
But
All
I
right,
do
well,
have a
well,
pretty
well,
face.
That's
right.
true.
We digress again.
Yes. Enough digressing.
Let's not forget, before the fact that we get into this immunity challenge and then Wendell has the advantage, there was during the luncheon for the family, there was also another luncheon going on back at the camp, which involved just the women.
Scorned women.
The four
Very
women.
scorned. Yeah, they're
Right.
very upset. That the women take that to heart.
Kellen-
more than the men
Kellen,
doing these. Yeah.
Kellen was really freaking
Yeah.
out. I mean, she had issues
Well, Kellen was
from the
freaking
very
out.
beginning, but she's kind of got
Chelsea
this
was too.
attitude.
Chelsea-
Kellen's really got an attitude where she starts getting angry about
I think
something.
Chelsea was on board with
very
her.
fired up about it.
She
and
was
Angela-
crying on the beach. Chelsea.
Angela was all for it. Angela's ready
Sure.
to get rid of those guys.
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
Because she'll school the rest of the girls.
Yeah.
Angela is
Yeah,
a
she's
player.
Queen Bee.
Angela's
out there.
got a
Yeah.
game plan.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
right.
got- she's a player.
thinking. Right. She's thinking, what's the plan?
Yeah.
Right. The rest of the girls are kind of running around. They're thinking, what's the plan? But then they throw their emotions into it.
Right.
Yep.
Angela's keeping her head on a swivel. She's going. She knows
Unfortunately,
what Lance
Lauren-
said. She knows she's going to win if she takes the women all the way to,
Yeah.
to
Right.
the end.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
Laura,
she'll
Laura
dominate 'em.
was devastated. Laura was devastated about it. I mean, all the women. If you were going to choose the people as Seabass to go with you, you got to choose women. No doubt about it. They're going to take it way more personal than the guys are. Okay, it's just plain and simple. It's the way men are.
Simple.
It's the way women are. It's just when the women see their loved ones, they're taking it personal. If you don't take them with you to the reward,
You're right.
you're going to get that emotional
Absolutely.
connection.
We saw that and we saw that big time in Dominic's wife.
Yeah.
I mean, she by far was the most hysterical out of any woman, that was actually crying. But
Yeah.
it was a woman that would be the one that absolutely goes hysterical, and she's even stating, I have been, the
I
difficulty.
love you and hate you all at the same
right,
time.
yeah.
I mean,
difficulty that she's going
yeah,
through.
but that was realistic wife,
Right.
husband.
True.
If you're
Emotion.
married, right? Your
Emotion,
your
right.
wife can't stand you, but at the same time, she honestly, give her credit. She honestly missed her man. She missed her man at home.
Absolutely, yeah.
And we didn't
Yeah.
see
a lot of emotion. coming
bringing
from
out your brother is one thing. Okay, you can bring out your sister and your brother, which we saw plenty.
Right.
But if you bring out your wife or your husband or something, that is someone you've specifically chosen to live with,
and that
forever,
you rely
right? So-
on
Yeah,
completely.
right. So that is emotional
Yeah.
connection more than anything.
Totally.
So I give her credit for being emotional and wanting to spend time with her husband. That shows
Not a
me
bad
lot,
thing,
you know.
no.
she was
not
a
a bad
fucking
thing.
lunatic.
Yeah, she was nuts.
She was a
That's
lunatic.
a Jersey wife for you, you know. They
True.
sounded like they were from Jersey. I don't know where they're from, but it sounded like
That
they
could
were.
be.
You
That
know,
could
like the
be.
Jersey housewives were coming back on Survivor or some shit. I mean, excuse me, stuff.
We get it. We get it. We get it. So we enter in basically after Kellen starts, her rant, and she kind of ends off freaking out and decides, you know what, she kind of had a clear frame of mind. Let's get the girls together.
Yeah,
The immunity challenge happens day 32.
Yeah,
And at this point in time, let's not forget, we've only got 8 people left. We're down to 7 after this. So
Right.
we're down to
Just
getting,
the last
we're
couple.
getting down to the final
Yeah,
4
this is
here
the end
in a
game.
second.
Mhm,
Right.
mhm.
So this is it.
Who are you taking to the 4 with you?
Wait a second. I want to. We got to keep talking.
Let's
We're
get
not doing
before we get to the
predictions
4,
right now.
before we get to the
that's
4.
what I'm saying. That's what they're
Well,
saying.
yeah,
I'm not
okay,
making-
Let's
yeah,
go right.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go where
Okay.
where the immunity challenge
sorry.
basically led us into.
Yeah.
The immunity
Sorry,
challenge
that's what
brought
you're
us
thinking.
It's the
into
doctor.
Doofus.
Wendell having the advantage, Wendell dropping the ball on that advantage. The curse continues.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And Dominic, which at the beginning of the challenge, I kind of felt like the women had the advantage or the upper hand kind of through this. But
This is kind of
it
a,
ended up with the
woman's
guys.
challenge.
It seemed like it at first. It could be something where you needed the finesse, being a little more agile, not putting so much pressure. I think
Yeah.
that's may have been what the downfall
They
was.
had to use their brains this.
And
this
yeah, a lot of
episode.
people I think put a lot of power into holding those sticks together when really you just needed a nice even pressure, and a lot of people
And you notice
couldn't mentally overcome
A
how
lot
much
of-
pressure they needed to
a
use.
lot of people that failed were staring at the ball
Yeah,
like this.
sure.
Like this. Dominic was looking at his hands and just kind of like driving a car.
He was
where-
paying attention to his setup.
right, kind of like driving a car. You don't want to just keep staring straight ahead. You get in that trance. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you're driving a car, you look in your left mirror, you look in your right mirror, you're checking your rear view mirror, you're looking at the road. You're not texting, obviously, but you're keeping your eyes moving. You're always keeping your eyes around your surroundings, and in holding that bamboo stick. I mean, you saw him just kind of like looking and kind of focusing, but not staring at that marble.
It's a thing of concentration.
it is.
I mean,
It
without a
is.
doubt. Yeah.
And that
It's
is part of concentration.
You're
By-
concentrating. You're paying attention to different points, and
Right.
I mean, you're not just. I think, like I said, the
I think-
downfall for a lot of those players
I think
was
the
the
downfall
amount
is
of pressure that
Uh,
they were kind of. I mean,
getting mesmerized by staring at that ball.
That game is a physical.
Staring at the marble. I think you just kind of like you
staring
focus too much
Sure.
and just look.
It doesn't help. Jeff's just jabbering about whatever he's
Oh,
jabbering
Jeff is
about,
trying to
I
bring you
mean.
down as hard as he
Oh
can.
yeah, he's shooting for you.
I
Window
mean-
just took a dive, and we got Dom, and he's
Right.
a little shaky
Right.
over there.
Right.
Look at Dom, he's a little shaky.
It's hot out here,
Yes.
guys.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna have a glass of water while you guys are sweating it out over there.
That's
you know?
it.
We got
Yeah,
another
totally.
10 minutes to go.
Totally,
That's a
yeah.
long time.
Yeah, we've been out for 20 minutes
Yeah.
already, so
You all want some
Anybody
sunscreen?
have to take a piss?
Yeah. Anybody got a
Yeah.
pee-pee? You know, I
You
mean,
You better
Right.
hold it.
yeah,
No
hold
kidding.
that. You know, I mean, it's just
Listen to the waves.
Jeff, shut up. You know, it's just Jeff, would you quiet down?
So between I think basically we ended up with Chelsea. She was gone, and it ended up. I think Chelsea was one of the last.
She was
girls.
in the final 4. It was Chelsea, Lauren.
Well, and then it ended up with being Dominic. Donathan, I thought, had a real shot at it, but Dominic ended up being the winner of the immunity, and he was feeling great.
2 in a
after
row.
that. I mean,
Yeah.
after you get immunity, especially in a situation that we went into tonight with tribal,
Right.
It's
always good to have
it
immunity around your neck.
the tribal was great in a lot of ways, especially with the fact that Donathan comes out and just starts dropping bombs.
Stirring the pot. Yeah.
He's
stirring the
dropping
pot.
truth bombs like it's his job, because he comes out and says, there's openings, there's cracks,
right.
they're wide open. We're being invited. Here's what's
Right.
I mean,
This was a tribe. This was one of those late game where the lines are distinctively visible in the sand.
Right.
Like we know who's who and who's with who, except for two people.
We're
which
down
was,
there.
Which
Yeah.
was Lil Wayne and Jonathan,
That's it.
right?
Yeah.
And they knew
right.
it. And even Lil Wayne, what's her name? What's Lil Wayne's
Laurel.
name? Laurel
Laurel.
even
Laurel.
says, and I think we pointed it out, right? So Laurel even says, I can take Dom and Wendell's alliance to the end because I can trust them, but I don't think I can beat them, right?
Yep.
I think I said something. And she said, I can take the women. I know I can beat them, but I can't trust them, right? So that says to me, the professor or the doctor, that, I would rather take someone I know I can beat to the end than take someone I know I can't and then just ride coattails to the end, because the jury's going to see that. I'd rather not trust someone and take them to the end and know I can beat them take my chances. You got to take your chances.
Well,
This is where you got to roll the
eventually-
dice.
And it really boils down to
yeah.
logic. I mean, it's,
Do you
it's
do
a
it at-
smart. It's
Do
a
you
smart
do it
move.
at 8? Do you do it at 7? Do
Well,
you do
you-
it at 6?
The timing in Survivor is
It's
variable.
everything.
It's
It's
yeah,
everything,
it
right?
is.
It is key.
You got to pick your timing. But she was
She could have backstabbed him right now. She
She
could have backstabbed
could've.
Wendell right now. Because
Yeah.
Wendell, I mean, and Wendell even saw it. We saw it on the episode where he's talking to Laurel, and he says, she wasn't looking in my eyes. Like
yeah.
she
He,
normally
he,
does.
He
caught
knew
wind
right
of
away.
something. Yeah.
He knew
Yeah.
right away.
Yeah,
Her
that was
tell.
a good catch,
That's her
Lance.
tell.
Yeah,
Her
yeah.
tell is when she lies to you,
She
when she knows something or when something's not bothering her, she's not going to look you directly in the
Right.
eye.
precisely
And he caught it, and they
immediately
Yeah.
right off the
he,
bat.
he picked
Yeah.
up on that.
But he
They-
still trusted her because he didn't play his idol,
I'm
you know.
shocked he did.
which is a good play. We're talking about timing.
Impressive.
This is a good play.
Impressive.
But Jonathan comes out, like Charlie said, he comes out and he starts stirring the pot and he says, I could go either way, fellas, right? So he could go with the women or he could go with Dom
Yeah.
and Wendell,
He
right?
calls it out.
And he just calls it out and puts himself in the spotlight, right? Big target on his back now. I mean, next episode, we're seeing Jonathan, he's going to be in the crosshairs of everybody.
Oh, sure.
He's
Sure he is.
he liked to play the deciding vote tonight. And everybody likes to do that and talk big.
Sure.
But when you're not the deciding vote and you choose a side, so everybody gets to choose a side at one point in time at a jury, right?
Now they do.
Right. You get to choose a side and you're the big kingpin. But once you choose that side, the side is chosen, and now someone else steps into the spot you were just in, right? The deciding factor. And Jonathan he has chosen a side, and Jonathan will no longer be in that
He's
spot.
not
Probably
a,
not for
he's
the
not
rest
going
of
to
the
be a
game.
middleman again, right?
Yes.
No way.
Right,
Yeah.
so someone else will.
I would agree.
Someone else from the minority, which will be the girls now, will seep into that spot, and we'll
I
see
can
the
see,
same
I
thing.
can see Jonathan
It's rinse and
backstabbing
repeat,
Wendell right
essentially.
now.
Yeah,
I can see him backstabbing. He's already said those two guys are too powerful.
I could
We
see
gotta get
Wendell
rid of 'em.
slipping into that spot.
I'll tell you what.
For sure.
you know.
If Dominic doesn't win immunity next week, he's playing his idol.
Oh yeah, I
He'll
mean
play us
it
out.
would,
That would get him
be,
to top
no, it would be a
6.
It would
smart move
behoove
at this
of
point
him.
in time. Yeah, at this
That's
point in
very
time, if
good choice of
Wendell's
words. Behoove. Is this horses and donkeys and shit?
yes,
Behoove you.
but no, I mean I think
Hoofs.
Wendell, he's only got so much time
Hoof.
to play that idol. And
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
thing, too.
I mean, we're coming down.
Heck it all.
These are
top
the last
5.
days.
Yeah,
So even Dominic had better choose a time,
right. Wendell, gutsy,
and we could see,
yeah.
if
Does
everybody
he take
kind of
Wendell
plays,
to the end?
if everybody,
I don't
if,
think so.
the game
I would
would
love
be
to see
now.
that.
The game would be now for the rest of the players to chase the idols out of the game. That would be my focus if I were one of the other players. I mean, especially the girls, because they're looking like they could be one of the next ones to go. As far as now, you see, Chelsea got voted out. Let's get the girls. The guys could be thinking.
Yeah, Jonathan and
we'll see.
Lil Wayne did not jump ship, so they're still with the boys. And flushing out the idol is easy to say you would do, Charlie, but still being under the wing of a dragon, somebody with an idol, is a lot warmer than without someone.
I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at Laurel and Jonathan really having the upper hand in this game right now. I mean, they went from the Malolo nothings
Mm-hmm.
to where they're at now, and the fact that they can work now, I think, with the girls, and I think Jonathan is trusted enough by the other girls, and Kellen.
No, that bridge is burned.
Kellen and
For-
Angela
For
aren't
both those
stupid.
two? I don't know.
No.
It's hard
just
to
for
say.
Jonathan.
It's hard to say.
Just for Jonathan.
It
Maybe
could be.
even more for Lil Wayne.
It
She
could-
she could be in some
I still think
deep problems
That's
with the
just it.
ladies.
I still think Donathan and Laurel are still in the catbird
no,
seat.
until
I think
Because-
they're I think they're gonna power play it.
no, you guys are so wrong because all it takes is somebody like Dom going up to some like Wendell going, I want Donathan out of this game. And before you know it, Donathan ain't kingpin anymore.
And then what happens?
What? He
then
grabs
what happens?
grabs the 3 girls and says, "Hey, let's get rid of him."
hey,
This is what
Donathan's
and then this is-
wishy-washy. We
this
need
is-
him out of here.
Right, and then this is what happens. Dominic doesn't play his idol, and he gets voted out. He gets blindsided by Donathan,
And the
Laurel,
girls,
Kellen, right, and Laurel, and
No,
maybe even Wendell.
Laurel's not breaking ranks.
I
If
doubt-
she didn't do it tonight, she's not going to
you
do
won't
it
you won't
ever.
see the one thing you won't see is Dominic versus Wendell when it comes to the tribal.
You don't think?
I don't think we'll
That'll
see
be
that.
that'll be a jury face-off if anything. That's when
Maybe.
they're going to.
I think so.
Maybe.
I mean,
that'll
they're-
be a completely
at
jury
this point,
thing.
at this point in time, Dominic and Wendell are like blood brothers
Yeah,
out there.
they're
There's no
close.
separation.
We would have seen that. You're right, Charlie. We would have seen that a couple episodes
Yeah.
ago. We would
It
have
would have
definitely
happened.
seen
It would have
that.
happened, right?
You know, I mean, the lines are drawn, and
Yep.
it was a good episode. I mean, we saw some good stuff late game there. We saw some good stuff. You know,
It was nice, yeah. And we s-
Challenges were weak. We had some criers, but you know, it was a good episode.
all
All right,
around.
who's going
good.
home next week? I mean, we only have 7
Chelsea
people
Well, we
left.
got we got Chelsea's the 13th.
And
Out
Lance, you took
this
notes.
episode.
Right.
You took
Yes,
notes for what
Chelsea's the
happens
13th.
next week, right? So
Right
what
here.
happens next
Right
week?
here.
You,
Yeah,
you
so
Those
took
are
the
your
notes.
notes right there.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It was
Those are your notes.
very
What do your
very
notes say?
detailed there. That was. I'm not
Let's
surprised.
check out your notes. What do they say?
Did they just show that on
There's
screen?
going to be a sneak attack.
Did we
Yeah.
just see? Do you want to
Yeah.
see that?
Yeah,
it says,
yeah.
Go ahead, show it to the
Yeah,
crowd.
this is what Lance. This is Lance's notes here. So
It's going to be a sneak attack.
yeah,
by
there it
the
is.
Mad
Yeah,
Bomber.
just a piece of junk.
A sneak attack.
Yeah, it's garbage.
The Mad Bomber.
Okay, it's garbage. But if you were paying attention and not drawing whatever this garbage is, I think Donathan comes out of his shell here a little bit, and he
From
starts
the
talking
cartoon
garbage to people.
Inspector. Have you never seen the Inspector
I
cartoon?
have, but
Mad
this,
Bomber
this
character
is,
from it.
Well, I understand that, but I'm talking about Donathan. This looks nothing like him.
Oh, that's my Sebastian. Sebastian's going.
Sebastian, that's an
Sebastian's
easy vote.
sticking around.
I like that.
I said,
I like
think
that.
I think at this point in time,
We're looking at a Donathan.
we're looking at Donathan and Laurel because, like I said, they went from the Malolo nothings
Donathan, Laurel, and
possibly
Kellen,
controlling
maybe.
the game with
That's
the girls.
who's going home.
And
Maybe the girls are singled out now.
they may be singled out, or
I think
They
Angela's
may-
sticking around.
they may join sides with Donathan and Laurel. I mean, that's really a real
Well,
possibility.
it would be in their best interest.
It would be
Yeah.
in their it would be in everybody's best interest at this point.
If
If they
Angela
think
can-
about the fact that they have 2 more idols sitting out there, we better get them to play their idols as soon as possible because they're guaranteed a spot. They're guaranteed my spot if I don't chase those idols out of here now. We'll see what happens in the next episode.
I
I'll
mean,
tell
that
you
would
what.
require an alliance with Donathan.
Angela needs to get rid of Wendell and Dominic,
Oh yeah,
and then it's her game.
that could be.
She gets rid of those 2. She can beat anybody else.
who?
In
What?
Angela could beat anybody else in challenges in I think just her overall gameplay.
If she gets rid of,
if she gets rid of Dominic and Wendell.
okay,
She's-
well,
she's
that's
the
not going to
strongest-
happen.
She's the strongest
It's
player.
not going to happen. And people will be gunning for her before you know it.
Oh, we'll see.
Her
I mean,
best bet is
a
allying
great
with
mind player.
Donathan and
She's
Laurel,
been in
which
the
is a
service for 20
long
years.
shot.
and
She's
I'm
a hell
thinking
of
the
a
same thing,
that
Doug. I
girl's a
really
hell of
am.
a
I'm
mind
thinking
player.
the same thing as far as
There's 3 blocks, right, Charlie? There's 3 blocks.
Right.
Wendell,
right.
Dom, Donathan, Laurel. Laurel could
Oh.
still be with the boys, and then you have the girls. There's 3 blocks.
I'm
I mean,
telling
it's
you
plain
what,
and simple right now.
Angela's going to win. That's
Yeah.
my prediction. Angela is going to win.
She's going to win the
I
million.
think she's going to win the million.
All right, I'm gonna
predicting
let me
it
write
now.
this down. Okay,
Angela
so
is
Lance
not a
says-
bad choice as far as
She's a
Survivor
player.
winners, but I see at least in the final 4, I see Laurel, Dominic, Donathan.
See, I don't see Donathan making it that far.
I see Donathan making it because I see Laurel and Donathan riding it
I
out.
see Sebastian making it.
Laurel, Dominic, Donathan, and who else?
Sebastian, I'll say
I
Angela.
don't know. I don't know.
Bass.
It's a toss up. I think between Sebastian and the other girl.
Why is Seabass included in your
I-
guys' conversation in the top four?
I think it might be like a Laurel.
Sebastian's
Laurel,
been an
Angela, and
interesting. Sebastian's been able to ride this out.
He's riding
without
coattails
incident.
like none other.
Without
right?
Exactly.
incident.
That's you don't
Yeah.
want to take that person to the end.
And I think Sebastian's a great person to take to the end, and I think that's why he'll probably make
Yeah, he'll
Final
make the
Four.
end. He'll make
Yeah.
Final Four, Final Three. Sebastian will make the end.
He'll
Everybody,
get- yeah, he'll-
everybody wants to take him to the end.
he'll be Final Four. I don't know about 3, but I think Sebastian.
I
has
like
a chance.
Angela's chances.
If they were
think
smart,
he has a
if
chance.
they were smart, Dom, Wendell, and Laura would go to the top 3. Laura would lose. Dom and Wendell battle it out.
I see Wendell playing his idol at the wrong time, Dominic playing his idol at the right time,
Mhm.
and Sebastian riding along, Jonathan and Laurel leading the gang and
Might
pulling
be.
Dominic along with them.
Might be
Dominic's had a strong game, but I think
very
Laurel.
strong.
I think Laurel and Jonathan can prove their game over Dominic. I mean, I think that's what they'll believe. Anyhow,
If they can get rid of him
right?
or Wendell,
Wendell's who they'll gun for Wendell.
got to be gunning for both of them. I think.
Well, they need
Angela.
There's
I
only
think
one person
Angela's
voted
smart
out.
they
enough
need
to-
to. They
All
need to
right,
gun for both of them, but Wendell's going to play his idol at the wrong time.
Angela could convince them both. I think
And
Angela's
I
got
think-
that strong of a game.
She would have done it this episode, Lance. She would have done it this episode. She told the
see.
other 3 girls today. She told the other 3 girls today, "Oh, Jonathan's with us. I trust Jonathan. I'll talk to him." And that didn't work out. That didn't
Okay.
work out, and there's only one person voted out at each tribal. So if you vote out Wendell, Dominic's on high alert, and if you vote out Dominic, vice versa, Wendell is on high alert. So you can't take 2 for 1. They're voting as a block, but you only can vote out 1 at a time. Okay,
So what's going to happen?
I can't
I
tell
told
you
you.
what's
I
going to
told
happen.
you what's going to happen.
I
I
heard
told
you.
you. I
That's
already
what's
told
gonna
you what's
happen.
going to happen.
I heard you, Chaz.
And that's
I
what's gonna
I
happen.
was
All I
waiting for-
do, I'm a professor.
The
So all I
doctor
do
over
is
here.
I don't write the future. I don't predict the future. I just study the history part of it. Okay.
I
So
gotcha.
what we're trying to learn off what we've seen so far and predict what we've seen. And you guys are throwing all these names, Laurel, Wendell, whatever. I don't know what the hell's going to happen out there.
I like
I'm
it.
just saying.
I like it.
I'm just saying, if Angela had such a hardcore game, Laurel, we would have seen Dom or Wendell go home. We would have seen Wendell go home tonight
Cannot.
if Angela was in control as much as you say she is.
I cannot disagree with that.
Neither can I.
But we'll see. And which brings us in, what's the
Yes.
next episode? I
Yeah.
mean, do we get a preview
Yeah,
here?
with
Was there a
Jonathan,
clip?
I took
What do
notes,
we get?
Charlie.
What
I
do we
took
get?
notes. Yeah,
What do
look,
we
I
get?
took notes.
Please.
I took notes. This is garbage
What do
too.
we got?
Okay, so Jonathan, he says a bunch of garbage to some people. He's coming out like he wants to make some big moves. Okay, he's going to come out and make some big moves. I don't know. Remember
Okay,
who
so
he talked
Jonathan's
to?
out next. We
He
got
talked
it.
to this big nose guy, and he said
There
we're
it
going to
is.
make some big moves this episode.
All right. And there you have it, folks.
Is that it?
Next week, Jonathan's out, and
Stick with me, Survivor Nation.
well,
I'll take you to the end.
there it is.
Your
And
torch will not go out with me.
I don't care what you say. Angela's going to win.
Well, yeah, that's why your torch went out a long time ago.
And so in Survivor, the fire on this episode is blown out, and we will see you guys next week. Join us again here at the Overkill Underground, and we'll continue our Survivor series. We'll see you then. Later.